guys, it's Brandi. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. Today I'm coming on with a continuation of the foundation series, and today we're going to be reviewing a drugstore foundation. Now this here is the Maybelline Dream Cushion Fresh Face Liquid Foundation on the go. And this is what the packaging looks like, which is very similar to the L'Oreal Cushion Foundation that I believe they came out with last year. I did try that one out. I did not do a review on it because it was the hardest thing for me to find my shade. So this is what the packaging looks like. You get 0.51 ounces in this little cushion here. And how it comes, you get a little mirror in the compact. Right here is where the sponge was. I've already kind of like tried to test out this shade a little bit. So the sponge is a little bit dirty. This is what it looks like right here. And then when you open it here, you actually have the foundation. Normally there would be some type of white protective sticker on top of this just so it can't get contaminated and stuff like that, but took that off a long time ago. So this is what the cushion looks like, and it looks really saturated, and the shade seems like it would be okay for me, but we're gonna see today. So I'm going to read the claims to you guys for this foundation that's found on the Maybelline website. So it says what this foundation is. It's a Dream Cushion Fresh Face Liquid Foundation that delivers complete luminous coverage for fresh face perfection. And that's all it says about this foundation, which is very odd to me. It's like it doesn't tell you really what type of coverage unless they mean like full coverage when they say complete, and it does say that it's supposed to leave you luminous so you know the finish of it, but it doesn't say if it's supposed to be for oily, you know, dry skin, all skin types. So it's kind of odd that that's all it says. And what I'm seeing here is that there are 8 shades in this line, which is very small number of shades. Like you need way more than that if you're going to try to reach a lot of different skin tones, undertones, and all of that. And the shade that I got, which is 55 Caramel, that's this one here, it is the second from the darkest shade. And if I'm feeling like I can wear that, then there are a lot of people that this foundation right here is not going to actually work for. So the darkest shade is actually 60 Cocoa. For step 1, use the sponge applicator and press into the cushion. Step 2, tap the applicator onto the forehead, nose, cheeks, and chin, and then blend all over using gentle downward strokes in a tapping motion. So I guess like that. I don't know. We're gonna work it out and see how this goes. So let's get to it. So as usual with these foundation reviews, we're going to be using 2 beauty tools. So today, in place of my beauty blender, I'm actually going to attempt to use this sponge right here that came with the foundation. And on the other side, I'm going to use my Morphe M439 brush. I've already primed my skin with my Nivea Men Post Shave Balm. I've also already done my brows, and that's pretty much this all on my face. So what I'm going to do is take this little sponge applicator and just tap into it really lightly. And another thing I don't really like about these is it's so hard for me to hold them. Like this is weird holding something like this and then trying to apply it on your face. So I'm gonna really try to work through this for you guys and make it work. So it seems like it might be an okay shade. So it says downward tapping motions. I guess this is what I'm supposed to do. Okay, you guys, I have to say I'm not in love with the applicator at all, and I still feel like I need to go back over a little bit with my beauty blender. It's just really awkward holding, like how you're supposed to hold that applicator. But in terms of the shade, it actually looks really good. I feel like this is the closest foundation shade that they have in like the very limited range that they have that is going to like fit my skin tone. So I'm actually liking it. It does match like my neck a lot more than my face, which that's what I'm always aiming for. So I do like it, and it does look pretty luminous. It's not over dewy or luminous. You just get like a little bit of that kind of natural luminosity to your skin, and it's not settling into my fine lines just yet. So I'm going to try on this side with my Morphe M439 brush. I do have a little bit more to cover up on this side, so we're going to see if it's complete coverage. So I'm just going to, I guess, dip my brush in and just get a little bit on the brush. It actually looks more luminous and dewy when using the brush as opposed to the applicator sponges and the beauty blender, which I'm not hating it. And I feel like it did cover up, for the most part, all of my acne scars and stuff on this side. I probably would go in just like with a smidge more right here in this area to make sure it's fully covered. So I'm going to do that really quickly. This is what my face is looking like with just the foundation. This is the applicator and beauty blender side, and this here is the Morphe M439 brush. So you definitely can see the difference in terms of it's more luminous on this side than this side. It does feel a little bit like it's still wet and it hasn't set just yet. So I am gonna go and finish the rest of my face, and I'll let you guys know if it sets before I powder all of my face and things like that. So I will be right back. Okay, you guys, I'm back. I've now finished the rest of my face using the Maybelline Dream Cushion foundation, and I have to say I actually like this foundation. This is the first cushion that I've tried that I feel actually matches my skin tone the best. It does look a little bit deep or dark in my opinion. Definitely I probably shouldn't have put it around here where my concealer is, because when I put my concealer on top it just looked like it was still a little bit dark in that area. But in terms of everywhere else on my face, I feel like the foundation applied really nice. I did not have to set my entire face with a translucent powder or anything like that, because I actually ended up cleaning up under this area because I went a little too far with my contour and all of that. So I did end up setting it a little bit in that area, not really intentionally. After a while, the foundation did kind of set a little bit, but it was still a tad bit on the like dewy side, and if you touch it, you could still kind of feel it on underneath on your fingertips and stuff like that. So I would have to say, if you're an oily girl, definitely set it with a powder. And because I ended up contouring like around my forehead and my cheek area and under my neck and stuff like that, it kind of ended up already being set with some type of powder because I do powder contour. And because I cleaned up under this area is probably the only area that would have been left with nothing, no type of powder on it, had I not had to clean up my mess that I made. But yeah, I probably would have ended up going back in and setting it a little bit. I love the finish of it. The coverage is really nice. I do feel like it's a complete coverage, and I do feel like if you're someone who has a lot of acne scars, you could definitely build this foundation up to cover all of it without color correcting or anything underneath it. So I do like that. It's a little bit on the pricey side to me for a drugstore foundation, especially when you don't even get an ounce of product in here. But I don't know, like it seems nowadays drugstore foundations are like getting more and more expensive, as long as they don't get to the point where it's like a high end where it's $40 or something like that at the drugstore, then I'm good with it. I feel like this probably would last a good amount of time, especially since I didn't have to use that much product. I do not prefer the applicator that comes with this at all, unless I was on the go and I needed to touch up or something like that, or I just happened to not have my beauty blender, then I would use it. But in terms of preferring this over my beauty blender, why can't I speak? Over my beauty blender, I definitely would not choose this one at all. But I do like the concept of it being like a nice little compact where you can throw it in your purse, throw it in your bag if you're traveling, and you know, be on your way. I am going to check back in with you guys later on today. It's now 11:30 a.m. So I am kind of getting a late start because I slept in a little bit today. And it also took me a long time to do my makeup. I don't know why it took me so long to do it today. It's like I was not really in the mood to do anything. But as I said, I'm going to check back in with you guys later on, like at the end of the night, and I will let you guys know how this foundation holds up. So I will see you later on tonight. Okay, you guys, I am back. It's now the end of the night and quite late. It is 11:36 p.m. I am super tired right now, and I know my eyes probably look really tired too. I am back on to tell you guys my final thoughts on the Maybelline Dream Cushion Fresh Face Liquid Foundation on the go. So, We're gonna make this really quick because my battery is blinking, so it's about to die, so hopefully it does not die on me. This is what my face is looking like at the end of the night. I do want to update you guys that before I went to church tonight, it was around like 4:30 this afternoon. I did have to put on a little bit of my Maybelline Fit Me Matte Powder because it was getting a little bit shiny around here and also on my chin and a little bit on my forehead. So I did kind of like blot a little bit just to take a little bit of the overdoingness away or the shininess away. But I have to say right now my face is not looking shiny at all, so that really did the trick, and it lasted like a good 6 hours after that. So overall, I'm really liking this foundation a lot. It did not settle into any fine lines on my forehead, into my smile lines, or anything. The only thing that I do have to say about it is that it's not looking as luminous to me as it did earlier today when I first applied it. It looks a little bit more like makeup on my skin right now as opposed to it just like meshing with my skin and blending in and looking really natural. In terms of the coverage also, you guys know that I did build it up just a little bit so I could get more of a full coverage look to my skin. Now it doesn't clearly say on the claims for this foundation that it's supposed to be full coverage. It just says complete luminous coverage. So to me, I'm translating complete as full coverage. So I would definitely have to say that this foundation does perform in that category, that it did give me really good full coverage and it did give me that luminosity that it was claiming to give. But that was pretty much all that it said. It didn't say that it was kind of like an all day, or I don't think it said it was all day wear. Anyway, I feel like it is more so an all day wear type of foundation where you can get a good 10 hours out of it, or I would say it was around 4 o'clock, so I applied it maybe around like 11:30. So I got about a good 4.5 hours out of it before being shiny. And as you guys know, I did not set it originally, so had I set it in the beginning, it probably wouldn't have gotten shiny on me. The only thing, I just also did not like the applicator, so I would definitely probably end up applying this with my beauty blender because I feel like it meshes well into the skin and it makes it look super natural with that. But for the price, it's $15.99. I do still think that's a little bit steep. I wish it was more around like the $9.99 mark. And now you are able to find this in stores. You can find it at Target, at Ulta, and places like that. So definitely go and pick it up. I think it's something worth trying out because it's super easy to travel with in this little compact, and you get a really good amount of coverage for it, and it does give you that natural look to your skin, and it seems like it lasts pretty much all day. So for me, this is a thumbs up. Of course, as always, I'm interested in knowing what you guys think about this foundation. How do you think it, set on my skin throughout the entire day? What's my face looking like right now? Is this more so a product that you want to try out, or is it something that you're just going to pass on? So let me know that in the comment section below, and also let me know any other suggestions for foundations you guys want me to feature within this foundation series, because I am running out of ideas and I need you guys to tell me some more so I can bring them to you guys. So that is it for this video, this review. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you give it a thumbs up and show your girl some love. If you are not a subscriber, go ahead and click that subscribe button and join the family as always. And until next time, I will see all of you beauties later. Bye.